Thank you for joining me. In almost every 820 episode, I have suggested or reminded myself and you, instead of consuming as a habit, change that habit to producing. I know for probably decades, people have talked about being present. And that is essentially the genesis, the center mass of the book itself and of each 820 episode, staying present, staying current. But somewhere about 100 episodes ago, I mentioned the importance of not just being present, but again, as I do often, offering you more context of what does that mean, being present. Doesn't mean being awake, doesn't mean just listening. All that is important, but also being present. Nice words to use, probably sometimes overused, but also it has to mean something else as far as what do you do with this, however you define it, your presence. Are you truly present? Or are you just saying the words because it sounds sexy and everyone's using that same term, particularly in a conversation or a coffee table discussion or even at a happy hour? Are you really present there? If you're not producing something that is aligned with what drives you, again, in that 3D chain of, let's call it the nucleus of what you do, the 3Ds. I want to know what drives you, but I also want to know what's the discipline for you to promote, express that drive. But below that, every one of us has the third D, that desire. What is that? So that desire, the discipline on top of that desire, and then the drive on top of that discipline. That's what I'm talking about. I do want to know what that is, but also I'm not trying to ask you to, accede or concede to me my definitions. What I do in these episodes is to offer you my perspectives, my experiences, what I've gone through, what I have contributed to, what I have produced as good, bad, or indifferent. But I'm here to talk about it because the bigger picture is that we all have this capability, this strength, this power and force. The beauty I've used before as that term, but also what qualifies that term internally for all of us called resilience. That I would suspect most of you will agree in this day and age, today, we must exhibit some level of resilience in everything we do, whether it be at work, at play, individually, on a team, by yourself, on the street, in the penthouse, employed, unemployed, whatever. It doesn't matter our individual separate conditions are. I'm asking you to draw upon that thing called resilience. I know sounds like a very sexy word or an important highfalutin word. It's not. It's not. It's just something I'm offering to you as a common quality that sometimes I have observed that many of us have not taken the time to define, first of all, and really have not enacted or activated within us, and nothing that you can go buy or acquire or get delivered to your house by Amazon. This thing called resilience is already within us, each of us, individually and then collectively. And my proposition to you is that we all have this already, and that quality, again, could be a crazy theory or philosophy. That thing that I'm saying we all share and have within us, that can serve to connect us more than it will ever distance us or separate us. That's all I'm saying. Now, I put it in a format called a book, put it in workshops, put it in presentations, individual, personal, to a group, on the phone, via video. I've done those. But even if it's just this discussion we're having today, me recording this for you, whoever you are out there, to take it in, consider it, and then you can delete it, you can replay it, you can share it, or anything in between those ideas of what to do with this message. And it's not really, I call it my message and purpose to you out there. It is not the one over the world answer to everything you'll ever encounter. However, I would suggest to you, this is my honest, sincere, genuine, original statements made to you every day. Nothing scripted, nothing copyrighted or scripted out. This is just me to you, whoever you are out there. But even before it gets to you, not to sound selfish, this is self first. For me to remind myself of what I say. Now, what do I do with that? Do I exhibit that? Not to you first, to me first. Now, candidly, I like the words that I use, where I'm able to not mumble them and not rush them and not to confuse the issue with too many words on a very simple subject. But oftentimes, I have fallen off the path, my path. I have not followed the guidance I've given to myself, or more importantly, what's been given to me to follow. My Creator, my respect of that, my gratefulness of even being here today, given all the stuff I've been through, not in comparison to yours, but I know what I've been through because I've done it. Now, could it have been easier? I guess it could have been, but I didn't design this life. As a kind of sidebar here, if you're going to call or go back to other episodes, where you'll hear me talk about my elder, my mentor, my brother from Sierra Leone, Mr. Tamba. And he told me in uncluttered and uncomplicated words, your fate is fixed, which alarmed me and made me step back. Like, what do you mean? That sounds like I'm going to die. Well, that's pretty much true. We're all going to die. But since we're here now having a conversation, we're both alive. So, okay, your fate is fixed. We can share that one thing that we're all going to pass from this life physically. However, how about the other side of that coin? The other side of that statement. If your fate is fixed, I can't imagine you've gone through this life up to now, going through every travail and tragedy. There was never any good things happen in your life. Never any great things happen in your life that you're still here today. I have to believe that we each had challenges, successes, ups, downs, mountaintops, valleys, but we've had some good things happen to us. And even number one, the miracle of us even being born. That itself is the first miracle. That still is current. If you and I are still here having this kind of conversation, that miracle is continuing. So even the fate being fixed doesn't mean it's a morbid, dour proclamation or destination that we should just live with. My life's going to be hell. How about your life having heaven in it as well? Just consider that. Before you go down the path of being present because it sounds cool, it's just a sidebar comment on being present. It's be productive in everything you do right now, not tomorrow, not yesterday. Being present now and produce now. Stay present. Again. Stay current. Again. And no matter where you are in this world, please remember, you and I are always 820.